Thank you. Thank you very much. Okay, the one question I have is, do you suppose that Kashmir Finnegan's parents were listening to Led Zeppelin when they decided to name him? Yeah. So, one of the most interesting things I have discovered about the game of bowling is that it just so happens to be an athletic sport at which it is possible for an aging, balding, out-of-shape fat guy to display athletic proficiency that could get him on ESPN. So as I pondered the question, well, how could that be? That's when I realized that bowling is not exactly a sport that requires a whole lot of physical conditioning to be good at. All you're really doing when you're bowling is just going step, 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 swing your arm, release the ball, turn around, walk back to your chair, sit down at the scorer's table, take a big, huge bite out of your chili dog and fries. Nice, big, healthy gulp of your beer. Go, 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 go. Maybe a little burp for some show and tell. High-fiving your buddies after you get a strike. Repeat the process for 10 frames. God bless you, bowling. I love you. You are the unsung hero. Thank you very much, bowling. Because of you, there is now 3 different ways that a man is able to get himself on ESPN. Now, obviously, the most traditional route is to be a great football, basketball player, generate the highlight reels for ESPN. Secondly, you can do your very best Fred Flintstone impersonation. You know, go, Stuart! And hope that works. Now, the third and final way, of course, is to go off to Las Vegas and go play in a World Series of Poker and kick some booty. Now, this gets me to thinking, well, you know what? Since I've got this big fat Pillsbury Doughboy belly and the flexibility of an elephant, I won't be generating any football or basketball highlight reels for ESPN anytime soon. And I know for a fact I do not have that Fred Flintstone caveman-like ability to heave a 16-pound plastic round rock accurately enough to knock down 10 pins across the bowling lane consistently. And I'm not sure if you guys picked up on this or not, but I'm apparently not a skinny Asian kid with a kamikaze mentality who could count cards really well. So I won't be kicking some major booty at the World Series of Poker. So, but there is good news to that. See, I realize that, you know, maybe I can't get on ESPN. But hey, you know what? I do comedy. I'm a funny, stand-up kind of guy. Maybe I can get on Comedy Central and be a comedian, you know? It'd be great. And that, you know what that gets me to thinking, though? That gets me to just to thinking that, you know, that comedians have this one interesting personality trait that I find especially interesting. See, comedians have this unique ability to tell a story, a story that has a lot of twisted fabrication in it, but there's just enough of a hint of truth to get you thinking, wow, that's wild, but you know what, maybe that really happened. You know, it's like... And having said that, I'm going to share a little story about my family. Okay, it's like my mother, she had epileptic seizures and mental illness, and she was battling that on a regular basis. My father was a little bit too fond of the little boys in our neighborhood, and my older sister showed a little bit too much affection for other females, if you know what I mean. And that's pretty much sums it up. That is my sweet, adorably fucked up family. And I love them, but, you know, they have these quirky little habits that I wish they would quit. And right about now, okay, as I'm being blinded by the light, you know, it's like, I know a lot of you might be thinking, you know, oh, you know, all the stuff he's just told about his family, you know, he's probably lying, you know, trying to get like some cheap laughs because it's a stand-up comedy show, right? Yeah. But then there are some of you who are like, oh, I get it. Now I know why he's got such a weird, twisted personality that he can make up all the stuff he said on stage tonight. Thank you for listening. Good night.
Richard Thomas, everybody.